Good evening, gentlemen. Today I would just be talking about two questions which was raised by two students on the video that I have posted. So let's start with the question itself and try and answer as briefly as possible. Okay. Now, the first question which was raised was here, sir, but in one of the pictures, the anti-social activity that you talk, it is shown in the picture going on. So how can I deny it? I have to take some steps to control the situation. Yes. So aim is now how to write a story in TAT for an impulse showing anti-social activities or unsocial activities, like a lady holding a pistol and pointing, supposedly to a cockpit pilot or to someone. So an aim is again is to pass, and we pass we can only if and only if you can show your all 15 qualities. And over those 15 qualities, you must show your insight, you must show your motivation and trainability. That makes it 18 of those particular qualities must be shown. Now, since this question came back, I have never said that to deny a situation. Recollect back in my earlier videos, I did talk about it. A situation is a set of fleeting, lasting for a very short time, dynamic and momentary circumstances that do not lie within a person. It means they are neither my mental process nor my own behavior. It is something lying outside my control, but it is in their surrounding. If it is the case now, have I got any option other than to react to it? So situation has evolved and we have to act and react to it. Then the two question comes back. Again, I'll talk about rather than reaction. There's a two. We should really think about what is. We should respond. When it's a reaction, respond. The difference in reaction is instantaneous, without any thought. When we respond to it, we use our brain. We think what the situation is. We understand what we expected out of me. We understand what should really be done. Earlier I said, no, reaction like a street dog who keeps barking left and right, anything and everything. And response, on the contrary, is well thought of, using my own brain, and depending on the situation, it's like a trained dog who keeps quiet and jumps at the enemy at the right time. So hence, we have to act to resolve the issue created by the story that you have written. Who creates the situation? It's you. Situation, only a photograph has been given to you. No one has told you what the story is going to be. It is going to be your productivity of your own mind. If that is the case now, depending on your own mental state, what I call it mental imagery, visualization, and imagination, all three things put together, you will bring out a story. And if there's going to story, it necessarily needs that there has to be a certain problem. Because until and unless there's a certain problem, there's not going to be any action. And if there's not going to be any action, none of your quality is going to come. Now, since the impulse shown itself is negative, how do you go over it? That is my problem. Now, the problem is very here. In SSV, we would like to see how do you act in a situation, in a chaotic situation, in a constructive manner. Why this happens? When you go to any operation, you have no time to think. But you have to operate rightly. You have to go, we go to the battle or war to win, not to lose. If that is the case now, in spite of the difficulties or the problem that I am facing, negative or positive, I have to exploit that to put it positivity towards us. Okay. Second question was given by one another student around there. With all due respect to your rank, I don't think you are qualified psychologist, sir. Thanks a lot. I'm grateful to him. All the professional psychologists say to react to the given stimuli, which is a lady pointing a gun to a driver. One simply cannot ignore the stimulus and call it a drama play. That's only so that content is a dumb one. Well, I'm thankful to him. I have been a student throughout my life, and I can promise you, till such time I die, I'll remain a student itself. Thanks a lot. Let me just tell you, I am a qualified psychologist. Remain in SSB and have written about 5 books on psychology. So let me not demean ourselves. Thanks in any case, irrespective of what has happened around there. I said, no, why this happened? Candidate will remain dumb if it continues to remain in morbid state of mind. All these things, lately I have given into 3 of the videos, which you can go through them. The Services Selection Board uses the thematic upper sum test to assess your 15 qualities plus assess your motivation, insight, and trainability. They are looking out for positive problem solving and emotionally stable mindset. Human appears to have a curiosity about, say, violence, danger, death themes, which are on in either in news or in storytelling. Look at the news. Every day we keep listening to the news throughout the day. And what happens? About 70% time, what news covers up is all negative things. What happens? In SSB, negatives are given on purpose to see if you have negativity in your thought and action, which candidate can reveal in the form of story that he is going to write. These themes are severe trauma or negativity, crime, vice and moral lacking, weaknesses, helplessness, external reliance, low productivity, escapism, poor social adjustment, conflict structure, and outcome failure. So these are the themes of the story that those people who are morbid, those who have got negative bent of mind will write this. As I said, aim of SSP is testing to see if you can turn the chaotic or say negative thought into a constructive way, constructive story. It's a simulation, isn't it? You are trying to check the thought process. When you write a story based on these, what I call it a banned list or discouraged themes, you inadvertently project negative personality traits and lack of initiative, or all the 15 qualities comes to play. I use the word morbid. I'm again repeating it, though it is available in one of the videos available. Psychology, it is due to a morbid state of mind. It is a psychological condition characterized by an unhealthy, unwholesome, or obsessive fixation on gloomy, distressing subjects. It most commonly manifests as an unusual preoccupation with death, decay, disease, or gruesome events, often stemming from underlying issues like depression, severe anxiety, or post-trauma. So if you write a negative, I said, if there's a gun is there, I'm not saying that you should neglect it. You have to take that into account. You have to bring it. You have to weave it in the story. But how? That is what it made it so. Next is called, we call it morbid attraction. Whether you like it or don't like it, we do want to look at the all negative things which are happening in and around. Even if someone's death is there, we want to avoid that. But still, like I said, let's see what has happened. Why? There are logical reasons for it, because we want to learn every day how to get away if I ever face those situations. Okay, this is also called morbid curiosity and macabre. It's a psychological drive to engage with, observe unpleasant, frightening, taboo subjects such as death, disaster, and violence. It serves as a safe way for humans to understand potential threat and process complex emotions. So now, since our eyes, our mind are getting fed with these negative thoughts, which I'm looking at or which is presented to us, naturally our thought process is also getting corroded accordingly. For SSB TAT, even if the picture looks negative, impulse like lady, as I said, lady holding a pistol, pointing to a pilot or to a driver or to a person, you should not write a crime or terror story. Assess are checking your LQs or obsessed like parties. I never said to avoid it. I'm only trying to tell you flip the negative stimulus into a positive story with leadership, presence of mind, and social responsibility. Your job should be to show positive problem solving capabilities, bringing out OLQs, and do not describe a negative thing, crime and everything. Story structure for lady with perspective would be no. Use say situation is a lady holding a gun. What action have you taken? What is the result? What is the answer there? You can roughly you can take in the 4 parts. Now let's say I just one of the trivial story. I do not know. It is one of the person. So Radhika, 32, was a senior air hostess with 8 years experience during a Mumbai-Delhi flight. A mentally disturbed woman who had lost her family in an accident somehow reached near the cockpit area with a toy pistol. She was shouting and panicking, threatening passengers. Radhika remained calm. Using her training and effective intelligence, she first assessed the weapon looked suspicious. She spoke to the woman with empathy and reasoning. She told the woman she understood her pain and that is hurting others won't solve her pain or reduce her pain. Meanwhile, she signaled the other hostess to follow emergency protocol, inform ATC, showing initiative and courage. Radhika slowly moved closer and engaged the woman in conversation to distract her while the security team was alert. Due to Radhika's presence of mind, calm handling, the woman broke down and dropped the object. It was later found to be a toy gun. The flight landed safely. The woman was handed over to authorities and later given psychological help. And the incident highlighted the importance of training, emotional stability, and compassion. Radhika was appreciated for her courage under pressure and sense. So what I'm saying, I'm not telling you to avoid that. You have to take it. You have to integrate those objects or the person who are there into your story. Now, let's say, I'm not telling you it's one a good story or extraordinary story, nothing wrong there. I just take it picked up by given one of the students, and that is what I have written here. Okay. So, what is OLQs? First is courage. Why? Faced an armed person without panicking. So, this was courage. Effective intelligence, identified it. It could be a toy, didn't escalate. Social adaptability, talked with empathy to disturbed lady. Sense responsibility, ensure safety of 200 plus passengers and the crew. Initiative, took charge, signal co-hostess, engaged women. So that's how the whole quality are coming. So what should be what is golden rule? Never glorify a violence. If the negative things are there, don't have to glorify violence. Pistol should turn out fake or lady should be mentally ill, or in this case, end must be positive. End must be positive. You can't go on the negative side. Hero heroine must be a normal person. There's a video on from my side. It's going to how and who is the hero? Who is the hero? Because it is the action of the hero only which is going to bring out your quality. In this case, it is the air hostess and with the so now what we should do not write hijack, terrorism, killing, revenge, story. These are all negative words. Don't make hero use violence. Don't leave story incomplete or on a negative form. Okay. Now let's take another, just a thing, I don't know, again, just came randomly onto the mind around there. Let's say there's a fight in the or a clash in the market. Picture is 2 to 3 people fighting, crowd watching.